Ambassador Supriya will be speaking now. Be talking to us about women breaking barriers without bias. So please, Supriya.
Thank you, Dr. Regina, for this wonderful opportunity, and a very, very, very happy International Women's Day to all the women, wonderful women actually, who are joining us from different parts of the globe. And even those who are not able to join us for some reason or the other, because there are a number of events going on today, I know, in different countries, different parts of the world. I'm very sure that you are there at some or the other event, making a mark for yourself. So congratulations once again on this International Women's Day. And thank you, Dr. Regina, for inviting me to be a part of this discussion. Some people might say that discussions keep on happening. What are you doing to take action? So my take on this is, unless we discuss, unless we make a strategy, unless we brainstorm ideas, how do we go about taking intended action? So my request to all those attending today's session is, you're spending time, rather you're investing time. So take something home, take at least 1 point home, which you can go and start implementing. Because this year, 8th of March is specifically by the UN Women and the world coming together under the theme of gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow. Now, my keyword here is sustainable tomorrow, because the very hot topic these days is climate action for women by women, and there is no better time than Women's Day to talk about it. So definitely we are breaking the bias, definitely we are taking our game to the next level, but for what? For a sustainable tomorrow. Because with the latest data, we very well understand that there is a vital link between gender, social equity, and climate change. And once you recognize that, without gender equality today, it's not possible to have a sustainable future, an equal future, a future that talks about equal opportunities for all of us. Now, what are we talking about sustainability here? What do we mean by sustainability? We are saying, let's meet the needs of the present generations without compromising the needs of the future generations. Now, there might be a question arising, okay, what does it have to do with gender equality? My dear participants here, women and girls, they experience the greatest impacts of climate crisis because it amplifies existing gender inequalities. There's already so much existing, and when things like climate crisis happen, these are the women and the girls who suffer the most. Biologically, socially, economically, financially, you name it, we are the ones suffering. And it puts women's lives and livelihoods at risk. We've seen a lot of things happening across the globe in terms of the long-term changes in temperature. I mean, the weather patterns across the globe. You talk about the fires in California, or you talk about the floods in the southern part of America, or the flora and fauna crisis in the northeastern part of India, Asia on the whole as such. It is the women who are suffering, because we are more than half. Yes, now we are more than half of the world's population. So across the world, women depend more on, and they have yet less access to natural resources. This is a point to be noted here. We need more of natural resources. We depend on them so much to run our offices, to run our homes, to run our families. However, we do not have equal access to those natural resources. Rather, we have less access to those. And often there is this disproportionate responsibility in many parts of the world that comes with women for securing food, water, and fuel for the family. They might say that man is the breadwinner for the family, but at the same time, the responsibility of securing those food, water, and fuel, I'm just talking about a very simple lifestyle. I'm not talking about the riches of the world. I'm talking about the simplest of the people, for whom even 2 square meals a day is not easy. And that responsibility of feeding the family lies with the woman. The man definitely brings home the money, but then managing those resources to everybody gets equal amount of those resources lies with a woman. And we are the ones who are having disproportionate access to these resources. As women and girls, we bear the burden of climate impacts. They're also essential to leading and driving change in the climate adaptation and the solutions that we are talking about, because since the Paris Agreement has taken place since 2015, which was signed by 195 countries across the globe, we have seen that each of the country is taking some or the other action. But then even reducing the temperature by 1 degree Celsius hasn't come easy. So we are doing our best. However, there's a lot more which needs to be done. Now, without the inclusion of this half, I would say more than half of the world's population now, it is unlikely that the solutions for a sustainable planet and a gender equal world tomorrow will be realized. I would like to request access to share this screen if I have, because I would want to play a video by the United Nations, which has been specifically created for today's International Women's Day to ensure participation of women in the climate crisis mitigation, in as much as we are talking about gender equality, because nature's resources should come equal to all of us.
You've been made the host now.
Okay. I will start sharing the screen. Are you able to hear the sound? Just let me know.
Earth, our only home. Invaluable.
Do you hear the sound with it?
It's quite low.
Quite low.
But not invulnerable. Are we too late to save it?
Okay. Yes, we can.
Climate change is making our world more dangerous, more fragile, more unequal. In these uncertain times, women and girls face a disproportionate threat of displacement, poverty, and violence. But women and girls are also a powerful force in climate action. As innovators in green energy, as defenders of the environment, and as educators of our generation and the next. Gender equality is not just a woman's issue. It's the path to our survival. So it's not too late to invest in climate action by and for women. Not too late to empower women entrepreneurs and decision makers at home. Not too late to give voice and power to this next generation of Earth's champions. It's not too late to demand commitments to build an equal and enduring future for all. Championing climate action by and for women and girls is the key to saving our planet. Join the fight for gender equality today, so that together we can create a sustainable tomorrow. It's not too late.
So it's not too late. It's not too late. And I would also like to come up with an anecdote here saying it's not too early also, because coming from India and having a history of thousands of years, here is an anecdote that I would like to share. So there used to be a woman king, or rather a queen, I would say, in the central part of India, some hundreds of years back. Now, I'm trying to connect sustainability here and the women empowerment part of it, or the gender equality. Now, she worked a lot in the aspect of helping women to create small cottage industries about weaving the cloth and things like that, you know, things for which they don't have to leave home. They can just stay at home and still take part in business, contribute to the economic development of the nation, and also help the household by increasing the standard of living, because with the woman working, yes, definitely more money comes into the house. And when she came up with this initiative hundreds of years back in India, that time there was a lot of resistance that came in, especially from men.
It seems, okay, okay.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. You, at the time, we couldn't hear you again.
Okay, so I was telling the story of a queen in India hundreds of years back who was working towards women empowerment and helping women create more income and livelihood for the families, and not only the families, but at the same time helping with the economic empowerment of the entire nation. So that was the time when she was talking about small cottage industries, something like weaving the cloth at home. So introducing those kind of initiatives that time did not come easy at all. There was a lot of resistance, especially from the men folk, saying, how can we give the right to our women, our wives, our sisters, our mothers? How can we give them the right to go out of the house and work? They are not supposed to do it, you know.
Oh. Yeah, she's back on.
I think the network from my end seems to be tricky. Okay. Are you back in, Ambassador Supriya? Okay. So it seems we've lost her. You can't seem to hear. Our volume is not yet here, so she's trying to come in. So I think in a nutshell, she has told us that women support the family. Women are also breadwinners. Women are powerful people, and she has talked about associating this with the climate change and all. So for time, I will move to our next speaker.
I think she's back on now.
No, she's back on, but volume is not there. She's still struggling to come in. Okay, maybe once she comes in, she will be able to wrap up. So I will call our next speaker. Our next speaker is a youth, a young, vibrant youth. And why I went for her to be part of this is because she has a beautiful story for young people. I love when I see women that are able to stand the test of time. Today, as I said earlier, is an example of women standing the test of time. We've planned out a fantastic women conference with speakers, and the Zoom link went wrong, you know, and I've been held all stage. But as a strong woman, I say no. We are here to still do what we know how to do best. I think Ambassador Supriya is back. Okay, Ambassador.
I'm extremely sorry. Apologies for this disruption in the internet. Looks like the entire globe is celebrating Women's Day, and there are a lot of online events taking place.
Yeah, it's true.
So I'm back, and without taking much of time, I will just summarize the story I wanted to tell. So the United Nations is saying that it's not too late for women to start working towards gender equality and contribute to climate action at the same time, because we are more than half of the world's population. And I was just comparing it with our history and coming with a story from India, which was hundreds of years back, where a queen was involved in initiatives of women empowerment, building cottage industries, helping women to stand up for themselves and contribute to the livelihood of the families, contribute to the economic development of the nation, and at the same time create a sustainable industry that time. So that is the example I wanted to quote here. That was hundreds of years back. So look at us, the women of today, the education that we have, the access to resources that we have has definitely changed. We are progressing from history. So why not? What stops us today? Well, there are a number of biases. Okay, there will be for hundreds of years going forward. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic here, but it takes a lot of time to change what has existed for thousands of years. So biases were there, biases are there, and they will still exist. But it is up to us on how we carry ourselves, on the kind of reputation we create at our homes, at our offices, and within our families, and in the external environment also. So people know how to treat us. What are the biases we accept, and what are the biases we do not accept? So coming to sustainability, my focus today is on sustainability. Primarily because I'm in addition to being a management consultant, I'm also into a sustainable travel in over 30 countries. So just starting small, starting at home, there are a few ideas that I would want to share. And these are very small and basic ideas which can be done by anybody, whatever financial background you're coming from, whether it's a small family or a big family, whether you are a mother or not a mother, or you're not married, whosoever you are. I'm just going to share very small ideas to contribute to sustainability at your homes to start with before we actually move to the workplaces. Could you please enable screen sharing for me, Dr. Regina? Okay,
Okay, you're now the host again.
thank you. Okay, so this is a normal earthen pot, which has existed for times immemorial. Our ancestors used to use it for storing water, but nowadays we have refrigerators worth dollars and thousands of dollars worth of refrigerators. The bigger the refrigerator, it has a better image within your friend circle. They think you are rich and you're well-to-do, the bigger your refrigerator is. But come on, we are talking about a sustainable world and being a woman of the house. Even if you're a daughter or a small child, or the wife or the grandma, whosoever you are in the family, why not promote these earthen pots? And these are very simple, actually. If you go out at the airports or in other places, or in marketplaces, in fact, on Google also, there are a lot of online stores where you can find very designer, very beautifully created, aesthetically appealing earthen pots these days. So I have taken a very basic picture. Why not go in for a sustainable home with earthen pots instead of using refrigerators to store water? Now look at this picture. What a closely knit couple. Not just because they're sharing food, that's just one part of it. Now let me come to the sustainability part of it here. Now they're eating from the same plate. The woman is feeding the man, and I'm sure the man must have fed the woman already first, and that's why she's taking a second turn. But anyways, the point here is, yes, when you eat together, you increase the love that you have in between. At the same time, my focus is on sustainability. So as a couple, if we are having food together, maybe in the same plate, does it not help to save water while you're washing the dishes? When you go and throw the dishes in the dishwasher, or you ask your house help to wash the dishes instead of washing two plates, it uses less water to wash one plate. And at the same time, look at this, the kind of chemistry and biology that it creates with your partner, and not just with the partner, with your kids, with your other family members who are very, very close to you. Why not create this kind of bonding and at the same time contribute to sustainability by using less water? There are many parts of the world we are aware of who do not have access to water. Thinking of a sustainable home, why not go for something like this? Just having creepers around your home or bungalow, wherever possible. If it's an apartment, why not have some more creepers around your balcony? It will help you to reduce, or rather keep, the temperature of the house normal. You would not have to spend a lot on air conditioners, because the more we are using air conditioners, the more we are releasing chlorofluorocarbons in the atmosphere. But who with who lies the responsibility of inculcating all this at home? It is we, the women. We might be working, but at the same time, we are taking care of the home also. Now look at this, the water that you have saved while washing the utensils because you were eating at one plate and making a stronger bond with your loved ones. Now this water can be used for a bird bath. Now the birds who are dying thirsty because of the kind of climate change that is taking place, why not feed them with this little water? It does not cost money. It's not costing anything on our pockets, but these are small things that we can do to create a more sustainable world. Now, at our workplaces, we have already have emails now which say do not print, save paper. That's been going on for years. Still, there are many people who are into the habit of printing those emails. So why not help our colleagues understand that let's reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let's not print, or let's print only when it is required absolutely necessarily. Or even if we are printing and if there's waste paper, why not use the behind of that paper to write or make some notes or just make some drafts? So these are just very small things which we were already aware of. Yeah, there's nothing new. We are already aware of these things. The only thing is that we do not implement for some reason or the other. But as a woman, as the population of the world, you're representing more than half the population of the world, the responsibility of sustainability and a sustainable future lies with us. So it is my humble request to all the participants attending this and to everybody listening this, whatever geographical area you're coming from, whatever educational, financial, social background you're coming from, regardless of your age, race, whosoever you are, please take a step forward, go back home and start implementing at least one thing that will contribute to sustainability, because you can make a difference. You are a woman. The power lies within you. Congratulations once again on the Women's Day. And with this, I would like to conclude. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Ambassador Supriya. Anytime we listen to you, you're always having a new thing and an inspiring thing to tell us. What are we taking home today? She has told us that we should take a step forward. Don't look at what is happening in the world. Take a step forward and contribute to global sustainability. It is very important. We break the barriers. Barriers can't stand on our way. We break the barriers without bias of race, of sex, or color, whatever. We are great. We are women, and we set the tide. So thank you so much again, Ambassador Supriya, for your time. I know you have another speaking engagement soon, and we really appreciate you. Do any of us have any question quickly before she runs, because she will be leaving very soon? Okay, Esther. Esther, please go ahead. I can see you raising your hands. Okay, Esther writes, can she emphasize more on sustainability? So she wants you, Ambassador Supriya, to emphasize more on sustainability.
So sustainability, Esther, as I mentioned in the beginning, is very simply defined by United Nations as meeting the needs of the present without compromising on the needs of the future generations. It simply means that you use the nature's resources judiciously. Do not waste it, because it takes hundreds and thousands of years to form that 1 liter of petrol that we put in our car. But then we are using that petrol to maybe just go around and do nothing, or maybe just hanging out with our friends. There's nothing wrong in hanging out with friends, but there are more sustainable ways of doing that. So I'm not sure which aspect of sustainability you want me to emphasize more on, but yeah, there are different ideas and different ways in which sustainability can be implemented at our homes, workplaces, your schools, colleges, whatever you're doing. It totally depends on you. Something as simple as turning off the lights when you're leaving the room is also contributing to sustainability, because we know that electricity is produced with the help of maybe water or burning a lot of coal, but then there's going to be an end to the coal, and water itself is also not infinite. There are countries who are not even having access to water. So let's use those resources judiciously. If we are going out, eating with our friends, okay, why waste food? Order only what is required for you to eat. Just because you have a lot of money in your pocket or you want to show off with your friends does not mean you can order whatever you want to. If you can eat one plate, just order one plate, one portion. And by chance, if there is any food which is existing in your plate, please get it packed, and maybe you can use it to feed animals at home, or use it for some other purpose, or you can yourself eat it the next day if you have ordered more by any chance. So these are the small things, using more of the greens in your diet, because at the end of the day, if you're consuming more of the animal-based food, it is requiring a lot of the resources. So there are a lot of articles saying you should move to vegan, have more of vegetarian food in your diet as opposed to animal-based products. And then coming especially to women, Esther, I especially have had these instances where if I would wear a black t-shirt, let's say on Monday, and then if I wear the same t-shirt on Friday, and I'm going to be with my family or friends, often people tell me, oh, isn't this the same t-shirt that you wore on Monday, Supriya? You're repeating the clothes. I mean, don't you have new ones? I have a whole lot, when I was younger, maybe 10 years. Okay, I'm young now also. but as a kid, when I was in college and things like that, when I was more of into fashion and stuff, I would buy a lot of clothes, and then my wardrobe is still full. But the thing is, that time I had no idea of sustainability. It was only existing in my book. But now that I know that to produce one cotton t-shirt requires 300 liters of water. That is the amount of water which is being wasted. So why do I have to buy 10 cotton t-shirts if I can do with 5 cotton t-shirts? To show off my economic status, to show that I have a fat bank account, I don't have to have a great wardrobe. Sustainability is about being innovative, being creative with the clothes you already have. There are things like slow fashion these days. And it's all about sustainability, different ways of practicing sustainability, reducing the kind of plastic at home, or if you are getting those ice cream containers, when you buy ice cream outside, you get those ice cream containers. Why don't you use them to refill some stuff at your home, some of the, something in your kitchen, or maybe your makeup box. You can always refurbish it. You can be creative. Come on, you're a woman. It's all in here. You have that divine feminine intuition and innovativeness that you can exercise anywhere and everywhere that you want. So sustainability can come in all the aspects of life.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, this Zoom link will be expiring in the next 6 minutes. I have already created another one and I've shared. I told you the necessity is the mother of invention. We don't let any virus stand on our way. We jump it. And we're successful. Okay, so thank you so much, Ambassador Supriya, for that. I really appreciate your time with us, and we look forward to having you more. We'll be having our youth series coming shortly in April. So we look forward to having someone come speak on digital economy and cryptocurrency for the youth. And we hope a lot of young girls will actually, catch that up and empower themselves. Thank you so much.
Exactly, girls. There should not be any bias related to financial education. Biases have existed saying financial education is more for men, but it's nothing like that. Come on, I want to see more of you coming this April to enhance your financial education capabilities with cryptocurrency, staying up to date. See ya later.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right. So
Ambassador Regina.
Yes, ma'am.
Should I create a link for you? Mine is unlimited.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love you. Please just do that for us.
Yeah, let me quickly do that, before this expires. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Together, when great women come together, great things happen. We have so much of power.
Yes. We plan subscribing when we want to start the youth series, because that would take longer and not yet in March. So April, that's what we want to do. So thank you so much, Madam Florence, for coming to the rescue. Okay, so could we have Greatness Olorunfemi come up now? Greatness is a young, vibrant lady that has written a book, and she would talk about it herself. But she is a lady, a young lady that has not seen barriers in her path. She has not allowed the bias of being female to limit her. So she's here to talk to young people and encourage them that nothing can stop you once you have the will to succeed. No matter the bias, you can always succeed as a woman. So Greatness, you will introduce yourself when you come up. So I hand over the mic to you.
You can edit it. Yeah. Yeah, I've sent it to you.
Absolutely, I will.
Confirm that you can hear me because I've been struggling with my network since morning. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So good in Abuja. I'm in Abuja in Nigeria.
Is that my baby girl, Anna? My
Good
young
evening
Amazon.
to everyone. And I want to say thank you to Dr. Regina. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
please. Yes, please.
Okay, so I want to say thank you to Dr. Regina for putting this together. I want to say well done to the Ambassador Supriya. I hope I didn't murder your name. Please forgive me. It's not intentional if I did, but I really enjoyed your presentation. Was so you are most the next session. I've been invited to speak, to share my story. Yes, I'm a public speaker. I speak to a number of things, relationship. However, relationship didn't happen until when I canceled my wedding 7 days to the event. Yes, I've been doing things before the married mentors. So we call the Shusha in the Palace at Greatness Tribe. And we have an official that is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission as doing an empowering program for unmarried people, especially ladies. So I'll bring unmarried people to come and share and, encourage us. And, we do programs like we have beach hangouts, we have movies, night out, different kind of things. And a lot of people, were meeting their spouses. A lot of people were either reconnecting with their old friends and getting married. And it was so powerful and inspiring. And I didn't know that I've unconsciously taken on
Okay, please wait,
Greatness. People have been giving me
Greatness.
I can hear you.
Your network seems a bit bad, but however, because you will soon be cut off, Madam Florence has created a link. Can we just use that link? That will take us longer. It's on the chat. So let's use that link, please. And copy it and use that. I will be ending this shortly.